Hey everyone, before this video continues, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Hopefully it helps you. My free Telegram is going to be in my channel description, my video description, or in the comment section. Just check it out, it'll be pinned. But yeah, hopefully it helps you. I'll see you on the inside. Peace. All right, guys, welcome in. I want to start this weekly recap by saying thank you to everyone that's shooting me in the DMs and Instagram, shooting me on TikTok, shooting me on YouTube. I appreciate it. It makes me feel like I'm actually doing something. Um, I've been trying to get back to every single person, but it's been a little bit busy on my end. But yeah, as always, this is a weekly recap, number two. It's just raw footage of me talking about what I took, why I took it, how I took it, so you can kind of break down my mentality, my idea, my thought process here. I have a lot of trades. I think I took 8 trades this week, so I really don't want this to be an hour video. But if you're drinking with me, I'm drinking wine with every weekly recap. So salut. Um, let's start. So this first trade here was gold, and I did take another re-entry, so it's kind of technically 2 trades. But let's do it. Let's see where gold is. I'm also a little less nervous to talk to the camera. I feel like the first one I was kind of nervous, but yeah. So I kind of had my zones drawn out here, kind of similar to what I did here. As always, I'm looking at the 4-hour candle. Is the 4-hour candle going to flip bullish or bearish? The last candle, which is the uh, in this case, is the let me see. Yeah, is the 5 a.m. candle. Um, is bearish, so I'm expecting the next candle to be bearish. So marked off my 4-hour candle. Scroll down to my 5 minute. Um, and yeah, so here's my red line. This is marking off the last 5 minute candle of the last 5 minute candle before the 4-hour open, and let's see what happened here. So I did not have this zone drawn in at the time, and it actually becomes important later on. But my idea is that if this candle is bearish, we're gonna follow. So I kind of had it like this. The candle immediately pushed bullish, and we kind of were in this little break and retest zone. Break and retest means that we broke the level, we came and retested it, which shows that maybe we can push down from here. And that's exactly what happened. Once this candle went bullish, I was like, maybe the idea is invalid. Maybe we're going to come up here. But then we just struck down with that big bearish candle. So I kind of started looking at this level like, okay, this is something to be of interest. Once we flipped, I decided to take it. It was a little preemptive here, unless I took it on the 1 minute. I can't remember here. Let me see really quick. Is this the 1 minute? No, it's not. 5 minute. That's 5 minute too. Yeah, so it was a little preemptive. But it probably makes a little bit more sense in the 1 minute. Let me just double check. Yeah, so yeah. That's kind of how I took the trade. We pushed up, we came back, rejected, we left a little wick, and this is the bearish candle after that little wick rejection. If you can see it, it's a little baby wick rejection. It's little, but it's not about the size, it's about the motion of the ocean. Yeah, so right away we saw that price. Can I find you? Yeah, we saw that price kind of push down, and I was like, cool, we're gonna go from here. But obviously we can see that we came back and retested. So once we retested, it knocked me out, and I was like, damn, that sucks. So with this strategy here, you're gonna get this a lot. It doesn't mean that your idea is invalid. It could just be that we're creating a higher wick. So you need to be mindful of that stuff too. But yeah, once I saw this level being drawn out, again we rejected off this level. You can draw it like the way I drew it before, like somewhere like this. But this is the area of importance for me. And we went again bearish, rejected, went bearish again, took the sell. I actually had a 1 to 3 here, expecting price to get down to this level, which is the 5 minute structure, 4-hour structure, whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, we pushed down. We looked good. I was at 1 to 2 here, which is kind of greedy. I should just probably closed here. But again, my target was 1 to 3 because of that level. And what happened is we somehow made a random ass support. You can't guess this stuff, guys. Sometimes it is what it is. We pushed up, we pushed up, we pushed up. I kind of noticed, and then I closed at, I believe it was a 1 to um, 0.5, I'll call it. But this was half risk. So whenever I am re-entering a trade, I'll like to take half risk because if I win a 1 to 3, then I'll get little like a 0.5% of my winner, and I'll break even on the last trade. So if I lost 1 unit of risk and I went half risk, then point 0.5, point 0.5, that's already covering my loss, and then I'll win an extra point 0.5, which is pretty cool. So yeah, ended up being I won like 0.25%. So in this case, I'm down negative 0.75. Let's move on to the next trade here. And you can see I called it. Might re-enter here, being patient. I re-entered here. Yeah, it was on the 1 minute. So just when we flipped, I took it, and then we kind of started getting a little sketchy, but it's cool. Let's close this. So half risk, again, close the break even. The next trade here was a GBP JPY trade, and you'll kind of notice that the theme here is that um, I had to re-enter a lot this week because again, the idea is not that the idea is invalid. It's just that sometimes we're not getting that little wick. Um, there was some news this week um, that made this happen. I think it was like a low impact news event, which is like I'm not paying attention to that shiza. Let's be honest with each other. So again, my idea is that 4 hour candle. Let's look at the 4 hour candle before I start saying anything. 4 hour candle is bullish. Anticipating that the next candle will be bullish here, right? This is 9. Where are we? Let me just double check. Yeah, so let's see. So yeah, so this is the right here. This is what I was looking at. I had my 4 hour level drawn out something like this, like a little break. So I said, okay, we're probably gonna get back to somewhere around these little support levels, which is kind of what happened. Um, and that's kind of why I have this drawn out here. Something like that. You can also draw it here, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I think I had it like this, to be honest. I could double check here. Or had a no target. You probably can't see it from there. But yeah, let's check out what happened on the 5 minute. So on the 5 minute here, again, we had these levels drawn out. This is also my 4 hour level, right? I'm just gonna delete this because it's less confusing. But again, 4 hour mark the last 5 minute candle before the 4 hour open. We pushed bearish. We made a little wick here. And then we pushed into the support level, and then we went bullish. So my trading system says that if we push bearish and flip to a bullish candle, that's the bottom of the wick. So I took my entry. There's really no emotion involved. It's all systematic. If this candle pushes bearish and it ran into a support level, then I'm going to take it once it flips. So that's exactly what happened. We pushed bearish, we pushed up, we flipped bullish, and then you can see here we pushed bullish. I was like, cool, we're going all the way to TP. It's already a 1 to 3. I'll just hang out. And what ended up happening is that low impact news kind of knocked me out of the park. So, which is pretty unfortunate. But again, you can't predict this stuff. You just, as long as you have a system that with a decent risk to reward ratio, with a decent win rate, then you're good. You can make money forever. So yeah, let's look at the 1 minute. It's a little bit better. So again, we pushed in, we pushed up, and then we came back, and I got knocked out right here with this news event. And you can say that this is the level. I didn't have it drawn out, but even if that's the level, there's no way in hell I'm taking it off that with a 1 to 3. It's impossible. So what I did is once we pushed up and we came back and retested that level, I said, okay, this is hopefully the bottom of the wick on the 4 hour, the bottom of the bullish wick, the bottom of the bullish candle on the 4 hour. So if this is the wick, we're gonna push up, come retest, which is exactly what we did, and this is gonna be the higher high. I was anticipating a break of this little level here, and I said, okay, if we can push past this level, then that's not a lower low, and then we can take the buy. So that's pretty much it. We pushed in, rejected. I could have took my trade something like this too, and it would have been perfect with a 1 to 2. But hindsight is 2020. So, yeah, we retested again. We started to push bullish. I took the buy immediately. And I was worried because my thought process here is if you could look at this candle, like, I mean, all these candles are pushing small. Like, this is a tiny 4-hour candle, tiny 4-hour candle, tiny 4-hour candle, tiny 4-hour candle, tiny 4-hour candle. We already had like so much movement in the candle at this point, um, because of that news event that I said to myself, okay, I'm not gonna go for a crazy I'm not gonna go for a crazy target because the candle started so low. So it's a lot of range already. This is already 18 pips in this movement. I'm not gonna anticipate a 50 pip movement. There's just no way. So I went for 1 to 2 and we ended up winning the trade. So that puts me at like plus 0.25 or something like that. I don't know. Um, yeah. And since there was so much volume, I actually said that in the Telegram. I was just like, wow, like what a crazy, crazy morning. Just tons of volume. What a crazy morning. So much volume. Since it was a crazy morning, I decided that I was going to push my luck and enter a trade on the 9 a.m. candle, anticipating that we were just going to keep flying and flying and flying. Um, So that's essentially what I did. So again, this candle is the 4-hour candle. This is the 5 a.m. candle. This movement right here is the 5 a.m. candle movement, and that was a bullish candle. I'm anticipating that the next candle will be bullish as well, and I'm coming to a support level. I'm on the 5 minute, looking to see if we reject. Take my buy. That's all I'm doing every day. It's so fucking boring. Let's see. So yeah, what I had drawn out here was this level. And I told myself prior to taking this entry that we're most likely going to get down here. And if we can do a little double bottom, you can call this the first test and then maybe the double test. So kind of like if we were able to push like that, you could call that like a double bottom, whatever. I said if we could get there, that'd be like my perfect entry. I could take my entry here and I can put my stop loss below and I can go for a nice little 1 to 3, 1 to 4, whatever target. But what ended up happening is that we pushed bearish exactly immediately. Then we pushed bullish. I was kind of sketched out because I was like, there's no level there, so I wasn't really worried. We also didn't flip yet. And then we came to this tiny 1 minute level. I drew it because I saw the rejection and I saw this little push, and I was like, okay, this is a sketchy, super sketchy level, but if we're gonna flip, which I waited for, then that's going to be the bottom of the wick. So, um, pretty much did that. We pushed up. It flipped bullish. Took my put my stop loss below what is the bottom of the 4-hour candle, the bullish 4-hour candle. I'm gonna get used to it eventually. Um, and we took the buy. Um, we took the buy, and my target. Let's see what my target was. My target was something like this. Yeah. So, and we ended up getting to a 1 to 1. We ended up getting to a 1 to 1, and then I think I stopped looking at my computer. So, yeah, I came back to my computer eventually later in the afternoon, and I found that we lost the trade. It is what it is. No emotion. Keep following your system. It's gonna be okay. Um, yeah, so let's move on to the next trade. Again, all these trades are called live in my Telegram. Go follow the Telegram. Don't copy me, just copy my mindset. There's no such thing as learning while you earn or earning while you're learning. It's BS. But if you sit here and you understand and you watch these weekly recaps and you watch why I'm taking the trade, it's gonna flow. Um, so we ended up losing. This is C at 222. I looked at my phone again and realized we lost the trade. GBP USD. GBP USD. Let's see. Um, So this is just a beautiful, beautiful trade. Nothing wrong with it. Um, Again, let's look at the 4-hour candle before I do anything. So we made a little support. We were pushing bullish. We made a little support level. Um, and I'm anticipating that the next candle is going to be bullish. What happened was we broke this tiny little level. You can call this a level right here. We pushed into that, broke it, absolutely destroyed it. So my thought process was that, okay, we're probably going to come somewhere in here or somewhere in here, which is the level I drew out right here. Um, so yeah, so let's look at it on the 5-minute again. Again, if the previous candle is bullish, I'm anticipating the next candle will be bullish. Oops, close that. So yeah, so what happened? So as soon as the candle opened, we pushed bullish, rejected with this candle, and we just kept pushing down. I did not have this level drawn out because it wasn't clear to me. Like it's too sketchy. So I was just waiting for some price action. I'll look at the 1-minute here to show me that we're actually creating a wick. So yeah, we created some like little resistance. We kept pushing down, and then eventually we found the bottom. There's no clear support level here that I would draw, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, I mean maybe that, but it's too sketchy. So my idea was that okay, if we're gonna keep pushing bullet bearish, then we should see bearish continuation patterns, kind of like wick rejections, continuations, kind of thing. But then we pushed bullish and we broke structure. So we all know higher high, we all know uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. If we're going to go bearish, we will not break the previous high. So it would look something like this. Um, so we had something like this drawn. So if we're going to continue to go bearish, we should just see this go down like that, right? But instead, what we did is we saw price push and break above structure. So kind of like this. And what happened? We retested this structure. And now you could draw support here. And then we saw continuation. So when I saw that we broke above that, there's no way we're going to be continuing a downtrend, right? So I took the buy, put my stop below the level, and I targeted the 4-hour structure. I ended up winning a 2.24 risk to reward trade here. It was beautiful. It actually looks really nice. Um, but yeah, let's continue. It's a little secret if you want to join my Telegram. So, gold. This gold trade is pretty funny. So I bought at resistance like a G. That's my analysis. Let's go to gold. So I'm not gonna lie to you. This was probably the most sketchy trade I took for the week. Just really fucking sketchy. Where are we? This is first trade. Okay, so the reason why I said it was sketchy is because I just was worried because we tested this level, this little 4-hour support level that I have drawn here. We tested it once, pushed up, rejected, tested it twice, and then we pushed up, and then we pushed back down and rejected the third time. I like to take my trades based off the second test, not the third, not the fourth, not the fifth, not the sixth, not the eighth, because if we're gonna continue, we shouldn't be testing 6 times. We should just be pushing off the second one, the first one. Those are the nice trades. Those are the ones you take home to mom and dad, and you show them like, hey, this is a beautiful trade, and they're usually like, wow, this is awesome. So yeah, just a lot of fucking traffic here too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had this level drawn out, and yeah, so sketchy. So you can see that this is my entry. Um, and I took it on my phone too, because I wasn't near my computer. But yeah, this trade just was sketchy. So the reason why I'm saying it's sketchy is because we had this little level drawn in here. Let's go to my 5 minute. I did not have the level for some reason. Oh, I remember. I'll actually show you guys. So I had the level drawn something like this. Something like this on the 4 hour. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know. But I had it something like that. And when I was looking at it on the 5 minute, I was like, okay, like we're making bullish price action. Like you have this little zone here. Um, Last candle was bullish. We should be able to just continue bullish. So looking back, hindsight, I probably shouldn't have taken this trade, even though it would have won if I took a better entry or re-entered. But we'll get to that. So this is the level that I should have drawn out. Um, but again, we mark off the last 5 minute before the 4 hour open. Immediately we push down. I don't have the flip here. I'm gonna actually draw the flip for you guys. Here's the flip. And I always mark the flip so I know that we're pushing bullish. It's just a easier confluence. If we have bullish price action and we're flipping bullish on the 4 hour, we should continue bullish. So there's the little flip. Yeah, so I was watching this level after we created, so I was watching that level after we created this bullish little indecision doji pin bar, what do you guys call it? Fucking, I don't know. But we made a little, maybe you call it a double bottom. And once we did that and we pushed bullish, I decided that okay, this is probably gonna go bullish. I can't remember why I didn't take the trade after that point. What time was this? 9:36. 9:36. 9:36. I guess I wanted to wait. I can't remember my thought process for this trade. Let's look at the 1 minute. So I was definitely looking at the 1 minute. Yeah. Um, I don't know. It's just I guess a mistake here. Um, but I'm trying to remember what I was thinking. Sometimes you just don't know. Um, Either way, the reason why I took this trade is that yes, we're at a resistance. Yes, we could reject right here, but if we're going to continue bullish, we're not going to reject there. So that was my thought process with the trade. A little hopeful, and do as I say, not as I do kind of case here because you don't want to really go and take trades based on what you think is going to happen. You want to take trades based on what is happening. If we see the break of that resistance, then it should be a good trade. We didn't see the break of the resistance there, and I guess yeah, I guess I got a little greedy. But we avoided a loss. I kind of was getting scared because we started to reject from here. And I was like staring at this trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was just like, shit, why did I take this trade? And but back in my mind, I was like, okay, like again, just like I said, if we're gonna go bullish, we should just break the level. But we started doing like bunch of just sketchy shit, like just being weird. So, I got scared. So I was really managing this trade. I told myself, okay, if we um flip back bearish, I'm gonna close the trade. And if we get below this 1 minute level, then we shouldn't continue bullish. Um, and I kept getting faked out. I was like, at this candle here, I was like, yes. Sorry, I'm gonna draw it out better. At this candle here, I was like, yes, we're gonna go. At this candle here, I was like, yes, we're finally gonna go. And we just didn't go. Um, we just couldn't go. We didn't have enough volume, unfortunately. Um, and this I have this marked here because this is the close. I kind of wrote it down before I started recording. just to show you guys. So this trade ended up being a loss of about, yeah, like a 30, 40, point 40, point 40 of a unit of risk, but I'll call it point 0.5. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm up 3.1%. Um, yeah, it was just a sketchy trade. I think my target here was up here originally, but since I got kind of scared and sketched out, I was like, you know what? I'll call it at a 1-to-1. My stop loss is also 100 fucking pips, so I'm not gonna target fucking 1 to 3 and anticipate that the bullish candle is gonna be just a beautiful fucking candle. So yeah, I took a 1-to-1. What ended up happening again? Closed it out, but we did get to a little level that I did have drawn out, and you can see it on the Telegram here. I had it drawn out right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It looks a little. Oh, okay. That just like makes it way worse. But I did have that level drawn out. I just I wasn't at my computer, I wasn't at my phone. I took this little loss and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop trading for till Friday, until the next day. Um but yeah, we ended up creating support here. I could have taken it the same way that I took that what was the last trade? The GAU trade, which is the same concept, right? If we're gonna continue bearish, we're gonna create bearish structure. Um but we tapped into a support level, we pushed up, and then we created some support. You could have taken your trade something like this at the flip again with this your stop being a higher high, target 1 to 3, money. You could have taken it like this, which is kind of hopeful. You could have taken it like this. All would have made sense. 1 to 2, 1 to 3. But I just wasn't at my computer, so sometimes it's just not your trade. It is what it is. There's thousands and thousands of opportunities. Don't try and catch everything, because remember, every time you open a trade, you're putting yourself at risk. Um, and the higher your trade frequency is, the lower your win rate is. The less you win, the more you lose. But if you control your trade frequency, you take only the clean setups, you can kind of increase your win rate, even if it's by 3%, 10%, 15%. That's going to help you a lot in the long run. So it's going to help you protect your capital, and that's all you really need. If you protect your capital, you can make money in this market forever. So, last trade, I think. Moving on. Yeah, see. So my trading view is completely different from my broker's data. And I adjusted. I called these out, and then I had to adjust it. But yeah, you can see that I closed it as we flipped bearish. So, little loss. GJ. GJ. Which is gonna be the thumbnail. I thought it was funny. It's gonna be my elite employee. But yeah, this is just a great trade. I mean, I don't know why I have this marked like that. Let me see. Boom, 405, candle flip. Um, let's look at the 4 hour one more time. So, yeah, this candle was bearish, right? I'm anticipating the next candle will be bearish. No, this kind of looks stupid, but yeah, so this candle is bearish. I'm anticipating that the next candle is going to be bearish here. Um, and that's exactly what happened. We're waiting for the wick and flip. And this is just beautiful. What I had drawn out here mentally, I don't think I actually had it drawn out here. Yeah, I didn't. But I mean, it's just so clear that eventually your eyes will pick up on it without even drawing it, but it's just so clear. I had this drawn out and I said, okay, we're like not pushing it past this level. Let's go to the 1 minute. Actually, let's go on the 1 minute. I remember. Yeah. So I said, okay, this is like obviously a clear resistance level. Um, we opened, we opened right here. So what happened? We pushed into a support level. We pushed up right into this beautiful other resistance level I have right here, this one. And then we rejected. We pushed up again, rejected. We pushed up again, rejected, and we flipped bearish. So I'm not gonna take it on the flip of the bearish candle because we have such a clear support level drawn out. Even though imagine that would be like insane, 1 to 4. But I said, okay, if we break past that support level, which is this one right here, then we can anticipate that the bearish sentiment will continue. Just money. Can't say anything about it. Just absolutely beautiful trade. My target, my target was drawn out something like this, which is just the bottom. You can even draw it like this. Start at the equal body highs and you collect the wick, and you can draw it just like that, which I think is how I had it drawn here. Yeah. And yeah, just a easy 1 to 2 trade. So fucking easy. It was so quick. It was 6 minute trade. Just beautiful, man. It just kept running too. I mean, you can hold this till the next level. Imagine, but it's not possible. I would have closed it. I would have got scared right here. I would have closed that shit for sure. Um, yeah. But yeah, I tried to make this episode a little bit quicker just because I had so many trades. God is great. Um, hopefully these little episodes are helping you. Um, I'm just trying to keep it raw. I'm showing you everything that I'm doing. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I'm taking my trades live on the Telegram every single morning, every single day that I trade. If I see something that doesn't set up, I probably won't even text in the chat. I'm just gonna look at my computer, look at my phone, and say, yeah, there's nothing there. I'm gonna go do what I have to, go walk around, go do the gym, whatever. But yeah, again, thank you guys a lot for the support. It's just been really fun to kind of get back into content creating and posting my trades and stuff. And some people are telling me it's helping them. I'm super glad. But I'm gonna keep doing these videos every single week. I'm gonna keep shooting out some content for you guys. I'm working on some courses, hopefully in the near future, so that way and working on a free course, working on some mentorship programs, so that way, you guys can learn from me. I mean, I'm no one special. I just put my heart and soul into this stuff for 4 years. You can do it too. Just sit there and grind. Start on babypips.com. That's all you need to do, man. Just have some heart, have some focus. Put away the distractions. Delete Instagram if you have to. Stop going to the club. Things like that, and you can do it. If not for yourself, do it for your family, your friends. But yeah, I'm done rambling. I appreciate you guys. Till next week. Peace.